Hey y'all, welcome to the Flavor Fox. I'm here to put delicious looking recipes to the test so you don't have to. I'm your friend in the kitchen, just telling you like it is. So come on y'all, let's get cooking. You can find links to the recipe we're trying today, along with helpful ingredients and the kitchen stuff I use in the description of this video. Today's recipe is for a no-bake turtle cheesecake from forkfilet.com. I found this one looking for a no-bake cheesecake. You know, something simple I could put together quick and pull out when I'm sitting around with my girlfriends like a bunch of golden girls. Before you ask, yes, I'm Blanche. The image promises something delicious, and then when you look at the ingredients, it seems super simple. 3 ingredients for the crust, 5 ingredients for the filling, then 4 ingredients for the glaze. All right, let's do it. The instructions are also quite simple. Making the crust first, followed by filling that includes whipped cream and cream cheese. The whipped cream is what makes it a no-bake cheesecake. They also state that the recipe should take about 15 to 20 minutes of actual touch time. And then you just pop it in the fridge for 4+ hours so that it can all set. The only special equipment that you do need is a springform pan, so there's no surprises there. For the crust, we start to crumble the graham crackers. I just use my handy Ninja blender with the smoothie cup. You could also easily use the larger bowl attachment or whatever you have for a blender. After a little testing, I confirmed that half of one of the packages of graham crackers run through the blender made about a half a cup. So I'll do the other package for the whole 2nd cup of graham cracker crumbs. Figured I'd include that as a nice measurement for any of y'all that are going to try this, to know that it basically takes 2 of these packages to equal the 2 cups of ground graham crackers. The next step is we're going to melt the butter. I just did it in the microwave and poured that in the graham cracker crumbs. Then the sugar. I didn't have confectioner's sugar, so I just used powdered sugar. I honestly had to look up the difference because I really thought they were the same thing. But I found out confectioner's sugar has a teeny bit of tapioca cornstarch in it. So that's what you would use to sprinkle over a baked good that's hot, and it keeps that sugar from melting into a glaze on the hot item. I don't think it makes a difference here because this is a no-bake cheesecake, so there's no heat. I just love mixing up a graham cracker crust. Look at how crumbly that is. It just looks delicious as you're making it. It's hard not to just eat it right away. Next, we're going to press the graham cracker crust into the springform pan. I'm just showing here what a springform pan is in case you'd never seen one. You clip it open once the dessert is done to remove it cleanly from the sides. The crust shape is kind of a dealer's choice at this point. I wanted mine to be thick at the bottom, but you can also press it more thinly onto the bottom and up the sides if you like. Now for the filling. We're going to whip some heavy whipping cream with a hand mixer until it forms soft peaks. The recipe mentioned that you could shortcut this if you wanted to with Cool Whip or pre-whipped whipped cream, and I could see doing that if you were pressed for time, but I wanted to follow the instructions exactly to test this thing out. So I pull out my super cute hand mixer to whip the cream. If you haven't ever done this before with a hand mixer, it takes about 5 minutes to whip the cream into actual whipped cream. It gets thicker and thicker as you go, and you can increase the speed to make it go even faster. But you have to start out slow when it's liquid and then speed up as it thickens some. Keep that in mind or you'll spatter heavy cream all over your kitchen. To test that it forms soft peaks, I just dip the paddles into the cream to see if the little peaks that form as I pull it out fold over on themselves. I was satisfied that they folded over, so I called it good. Then we add the cream cheese. Now, I forgot to remove the cream cheese from the refrigerator, and the directions say the cream cheese has to be softened. I showed here a cool trick. If you wet a dishcloth with hot water and then wrap the foil-covered cream cheese in the hot towel, it softens it in just a couple of minutes. Safety briefing: do not microwave the cream cheese. You'd be shocked how many people do this. Number 1, the cream cheese is in a metal foil, which makes your microwave spark and catch on fire. Even if you remove it from the foil, putting the cream cheese in a bowl and then heating it in a microwave results in a huge mess. This is just a cautionary tale from the younger me. I had to switch to a bigger bowl at this point to add the cream cheese in and more powdered sugar and caramel syrup. The recipe did not specify which brand or type of caramel syrup to use, so I just used this one. This part surprised me with the caramel syrup. I wasn't expecting that in the filling. I figured the turtle candy aspect to just be toppings, but this could be really great, y'all. Then some vanilla extract, and then we use the hand mixer to mix everything together. Well, this was looking delicious and about the right consistency for cheesecake. I was getting excited. We pull the springform pan with the graham cracker crust back out and pour all the filling into it, patting it gently so it looks like a cheesecake should. Then we place it in the fridge to sit while we make the glaze. The glaze was super simple, with the ingredients calling for pecans, but I like walnuts better, so that's what I used. Put a cup of those walnuts in along with a cup of the caramel sauce, mix it all together, and then pour it on top of the cheesecake in the springform pan. Then we place the whole thing back in the fridge for 4 or more hours. When you're about ready to serve the cheesecake, the recipe said to melt good chocolate to drizzle on top. I kind of struggled with what good meant because people have different definitions of what good chocolate is. Some people say all chocolate is good. Others say the darker the better. Some say there's no such thing as good dark chocolate. I happen to like pretty much all chocolate, but I figured for the recipe to simply say good chocolate, it probably meant something like Hershey's. Now, I did use the microwave for this part to melt the chocolate. It took about 30 seconds. I used a glass spouted measuring cup because I figured it would make drizzling it on top easier. After I removed the cheesecake from the refrigerator, it is looking really good. I was very excited that this wasn't jiggling or anything when I brought it out. This came out looking great, y'all. I was so excited now. So then I drizzled the chocolate on top as artfully as I could manage. I tried with just the spoon and then I just poured. I swirled it around on the sides to make it look more artistic. But I ended up with kind of a funny blob in the middle. Check out how I hide that blob with a couple of pieces of chocolate. Yeah, sure, I meant for it to look like that. Very professional. Unfortunately, when I cut into this, it turned into a big old mess. That caramel sauce just went everywhere. Hopefully it tastes good. I can forgive a mess if it tastes good. We'll see. Now for the verdict. On time. The recipe said the actual touch time was about 15 to 20 minutes. Mine took right at 20 minutes. Keeping in mind, whipping that cream was about 5 minutes of it, so this estimate was right on. The instructions. These instructions are some of the simplest I've ever seen. There really wasn't much to it, and I don't think anyone would have trouble with it. The look. The top of this cheesecake looked really close to the image. you'll notice there's a fudge ring at the bottom and what looks like some kind of dark chocolate cocoa powder crust. Since none of these ingredients were in the recipe, we know the recipe and the picture don't match. The chocolate on top was great. As it cooled, it kind of hardened up and was just awesome looking. But that runny caramel sauce, here you can see the caramel sauce just kept running absolutely everywhere. It didn't harden at all. This cheesecake had sat in my fridge for about 6 hours, so we were well past the 4-hour mark recommended. What a mess! Another thing to note is the filling of the cheesecake was softer than a cheesecake that's been baked. The consistency is like whipped cream, which I guess is to be expected because that's what's in it. The taste. The balance that you would expect from a cheesecake with a salty sweet graham cracker crust, plus the mellow cheesecake filling, and then just whatever sweet toppings you put on top was not there. This dessert was one of the sweetest desserts I have ever had. I mean, a hummingbird probably couldn't handle the level of sweetness on this thing. Hubby and I just couldn't enjoy it. There was powdered sugar added to every part of this, and it was evident. More than a bite or two was too much. The verdict. I was so excited when I pulled this from the fridge, y'all. I knew as I made it that the ingredients didn't line up to what the image was on the recipe, but it didn't matter. It looked so great as I went along. I thought, hey, who cares? It was easy to assemble, the instructions were clear, and it came out looking pretty good, minus all that runny caramel. The big problem is it was so outrageously sweet. So I'm gonna call this one Fine But Not Foxy. And that's strictly for you little hummingbirds out there that like sweet on sweet on sweet. Y'all could probably just adjust to a thicker caramel sauce and then just flutter away your little wings on a sugar high. But I can't call this one Foxy because I will not be making it again. So the search continues for a great cheesecake recipe. And next time I may just have to brave it and make one that has to be baked. Don't y'all forget to check out the video description for links to this recipe, the ingredients, and even the kitchen stuff I use. Thank y'all for stopping by my kitchen. See y'all next time.